Hi everyone, it's Derek here with GamerBody, and in this video we're going to go over the 5 rules of fitness. This is a new video series that I'll be creating on my top 5 tips for home style training. So let's jump right into the first video on the 5 rules of fitness. So rule number 1 is that consistency is king. No matter what, you need to be consistent when it comes to fitness. I don't care what it is, working out 3 days a week, 2 days a week, even 1 day a week. If you're consistent, you'll still see some results. Now, I think 1 day a week is probably a little not enough. And if you're doing even 2 days a week, you're going to need some crazy volume to see some good results. But you'll see results regardless as long as you're consistent, do them. I personally do 3 days of resistance training and usually 2 shorter cardio-based days in my training. So that could just be something like a jog, a bike, whatever, in between those days. And it adds up to, I think, less than or about equal to 3 hours total of working out per week. That is pretty fast. I know a lot of people I know do double, triple that even in each week that they do it and have worse results than I've achieved. So if you really want to learn what it takes to especially get fit at home, you only need 3 days a week and you can do it. There are different plans. Like if I did like a 6 day a week, I'd probably drop down the amount of time doing my actual workouts to still make it about 3 hours a week. But just so you know, consistency is the king when it comes to getting results. So just make sure that you're working 2 to 3 times a week. I prefer 3 or more in order to get the results that you're looking for. Rule number 2 is that frequency is your friend. When it comes to fitness, hitting muscle groups more than once a week is optimal. You're going to hit a minimum of twice a week. If you do less than that, you're probably not really going to grow or develop the way you want to. So make sure that you're hitting a muscle group a minimum of twice a week. Now, currently at this time, as I'm making this video, I'm in my program doing 3 days a week total body, which means I hit each body part 3 times per week. Now, I don't go to failure for all of them. I go to pretty close to failure, but I still have like 2 reps left in the tank. But because I'm doing it 3 days a week, I'm actually building more muscle size because my body knows that it needs to repair itself for the next time that I'm going to be doing it. So what I'm doing is I'm providing my body enough stimulus over the week before it goes back into just recovery mode all the time to then build it again. So it kind of recovers in the day I have off, and then goes back to it, back and forth. So you want to make sure that your frequency is high enough so that you can really build some hypertrophy and strength in the muscles of your body. So again, rule number 2 is frequency is your friend. Rule number 3, and this goes for everyone who wants to especially if they want just a good overall body, don't need to look like a bodybuilder, don't need crazy muscles like biceps or anything like that, but you want to just look good all the time, is that compound movements for the win. Basically, you're going to want to focus on compound movements over everything else. You can get in phenomenal shape with only ever doing compound movements. You do not need isolated ones unless they're for a specific reason. Maybe you're injured and you need to do it for that reason, or you really want to develop a certain muscle, maybe one's lagging behind, one muscle is great, like stronger than the other, something like that. That is where you want to use isolated exercises. But for the most part, if you really just want to look good, all you need are the compound movements. That's why I can do so many at home, like push-ups, pull-ups, squats, all of those exercises that are compound movements get me the most out of my exercise and training. I'll see a lot of people who don't need to be doing this go to a gym when I used to go, or even people I know when they work out sometimes with me, they just don't do that. They do things that are isolated movements, but when they shouldn't be. Focus on the compound movements first, learn those, do them well, and then you can later on, when you start to develop your body, move on to the isolated movements if you need them. Rule number 4 is you need some type of progression leveling system. Now, I've personally built my own into my home training. That's what I'm going to use with my clients, but you need to have something where you can focus on progressing moving forward. You don't want to just be doing the same exact thing for the rest of your life. Now, there is a big issue right now where people are switching things up too much, and that's a problem. But for me, what you want to be doing is you want to make sure you have a plan built out that has progression built in. So when you get to a certain part in your program, you move on to the next harder version of that exercise. Whether that be adding weight, whether that be changing up the exercise, changing tempo, changing volume, whatever it may be, it has to be built into your program. And I've done that in my training, and it's really got me great results. It's also more fun when you start to see yourself get to those progressions because you know you're actually achieving something and really building more strength and being able to control more weight or your body or whatever that may be. And that's really cool to see, especially in the fitness world. And rule number 5 is form and technique over the weight that you lift. So this even goes for bodyweight training. Make sure that you are able to do the exercise properly with good form first. If you can do it with good form, then you move up and use more weight. Don't be one of those guys who see one of those crazy YouTubers or Instagram models or whatever it may be doing insane amount of weight that they shouldn't be lifting and they're using terrible form. Fastest way to get injured, fastest way to take you out of the gym, fastest way to remove consistency and all those other rules I was talking about, frequency, all that stuff. All of that goes away once you get injured because then you have to rehab or sit out until it's healed and then you get back into it where you fall behind. I try to focus on things where you're doing it the right way, but it's not super easy for you. So I try to make it so like the last 2 or 3 reps are really difficult. Maybe the first ones are more of like you getting into it, and then the last couple are always really difficult for me. But don't pick something that is crazy, crazy heavy. If you're going for a max lift day, which I know a lot of people do for max strength, make sure it's something within your range that you can control and that you've done before, or else you do set up yourself to be injured. And that's just, being injured to me is just like one of the worst things in the world. I hate not being able to do things, not being able to move on my own, get up and do what I want to do, whatever that may be, whatever the injury is. So focus on form and technique over weight lifted, and you're going to see results, and then from there you can progress and move it up to higher weights or different body positions or whatever it may be that you're moving on to next. Alright, and that is it for this video, so I hope you did enjoy my first video on my 5 tips or rules for fitness. I'll be coming out with more of these each week. I'll probably do one of these a week in order to get you guys understanding my mindset and how I approach fitness and making it easy, making it cheap, and making it so you get actual results versus all this other garbage that's out there and confusing the crap out of you. So if you want to learn how to work out at home, follow this channel. Please like and subscribe. Leave any comments and questions below as I'll gladly make videos on answering those questions for you. And if you want to see more videos just like this one, I'd love it if you subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to work with me, I do have a link below where you can click and go to mygamerbody.com and apply to actually work with me. We basically jump on a phone call, see if you're someone perfect to work with me. I'm only going to select people I think actually are ready to work with me and do the training. But again, I do all my training from home, saves me a lot of time, and I just don't have to deal with the hassle of going to a gym. And that's pretty much the reason I left in the beginning. So if you think that's you, hit me up. Let's see if you're going to work with me. I'd love to get going and get you the best body, build confidence, all that fun stuff from getting really fit and healthy. So again, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Be fit and game on. Alright everyone, thank you for watching this video on GamerBody. If you enjoyed the video and it brought you some value, please subscribe, click that bell icon, and smash that like button. This way you will be notified each week when I upload a new video regarding fitness, gaming, and being the legendary you. Until next time, be fit and game on.